find out what these are, their differences, and the answer to our initial question. Red muscles are skeletal muscles that are rich in capillaries, myoglobin, and mitochondria. Capillaries are very small blood vessels that deliver oxygenated blood to the muscles. This oxygen is taken up by a protein called myoglobin. The myoglobin then helps provide the oxygen to the mitochondria, the sort of power plant of the cell. They use oxygen, among other things, to produce a lot of energy. The main reason why such muscles are called red muscles is because they have a lot of that myoglobin, which imparts a red color. Of course, the rich capillary environment, think lots of red blood, adds to the color, and the mitochondria help add a darker color.
Hello everyone, Jai Hind my dear students. Once again I am here in front of you to continue with the chapter locomotion and movement. Student, by now you have got the idea about the three types of muscles. You have got the idea about the unit of the muscle, that is the sarcomere. You must be remembering that in my last video I have explained you about the sliding filament theory. Listen, in that lecture I have given you a little idea about the two types of muscle, that is the red muscles and the white muscles. Clear students? So our topic, today's topic is purely based on the types of skeletal muscles based on the presence of myoglobin. Clear student? So first you enjoy this video which is in front of you. Clear? Then we will continue the differences. Clear? Have a look of this video.
Within skeletal muscles, there are three different types of muscle fibers: type 1, type 2A, and type 2B. Each fiber type has different qualities in the way they perform and how quickly they fatigue. Type 1 muscle fibers are also known as slow twitch fibers. They are red in color due to the presence of large volumes of myoglobin and mitochondria. Both of these are important for transporting oxygen in the blood. Therefore, type 1 muscle fibers are very resistant to fatigue and are capable of repeated low-level contractions through aerobic metabolism. For this reason, the muscles containing mainly type 1 fibers are often postural muscles, such as those in the neck and spine, due to their endurance capabilities. Also, athletes such as marathon runners have a high number of this type of fiber, partly through genetics, partly through training. Type 2A fibers are also sometimes known as fast oxidative fibers and are a hybrid of type 1 and 2 fibers. These fibers contain a large number of mitochondria and myoglobin, hence their red color. They manufacture and split ATP at a fast rate by utilizing both aerobic and anaerobic metabolism. As a result, they produce fast, strong muscle contractions, although they are more prone to fatigue than type 1 fibers. Resistance training can turn type 2B fibers into type 2A. Type 2B muscle fibers are also known as fast glycolytic fibers. They are white in color due to a low level of myoglobin and also contain few mitochondria. They produce ATP at a slow rate by anaerobic metabolism and break it down very quickly. This results in short, fast bursts of power, but with rapid fatigue. This type of muscle fiber can be turned into type 2A fibers by training. They are found in large quantities in the muscles of the arms. For more information or to test yourself with our interactive quizzes, visit teachpe.com.
So, student, I hope that you have enjoyed this video and you have got the idea about the differences between the red muscles and the white muscles. Now let me explain in detail about the both the types of muscles, red muscles and white muscles. Clear student? So on the basis of presence of myoglobin, there are two types of muscles, red muscles or white muscles. Clear student? So red muscles, they are also known as the slow muscles or aerobic muscles, whereas the white muscles, you can say they are known as the fast muscles. Clear? So the first difference is that red muscles, they are thin, whereas the white muscles, you can say they are much thicker. Clear? When we talk about the thickness, they are thin, they are thick. They are dark in color because of the presence of more myoglobin, and these are white in color, or you can say these are light in color due to the less myoglobin or no myoglobin. Clear student? Next difference is the presence of or absence of mitochondria. So red muscles they contain abundant mitochondria. They have low glycogen, clear, and poorly formed sarcoplasmic reticulum. Whereas when we talk about the white muscles, so they have poor mitochondria. They contain very less mitochondria. They have abundant glycogen and well-formed cytoplasmic reticulum, sarcoplasmic reticulum. Clear, student? Or when we talk about the storage of the oxygen, so red muscles, they store more oxygen, sufficient oxygen in the form of oxymyoglobin. Clear, student? जैसे when oxygen combined with the hemoglobin, it forms oxyhemoglobin. In the same way, when this pigment myoglobin combines, it's a protein, you can say, it combines with the oxygen, it forms the oxymyoglobin. So red muscles store sufficient oxygen. Clear? Whereas the white muscle, they generally stores a very less oxygen. Clear? So next difference is that these are not fatigued with work. If you are keep on working, these muscles will support you at the time of swimming, running, or any physical exercise. Clear, student? So during the physical work or heavy work, the red muscles play a very important role. Since they store more oxygen, so these do not fatigue very easily. Whereas the white muscles, they soon get fatigued with the work. Clear, student? So our next difference is that they accumulate little lactic acid. Since these do not undergo anaerobic respiration, so lactic acid formation is very rare in these muscles. Whereas when we talk about the white muscles, so they respire anaerobically most of the time. So these accumulate lactic acid during the strenuous work. When we perform heavy work, so lactic acid formation takes place because of the lack of oxygen. Clear, student? So our next difference is the presence of nerve fibers. Clear? So these red muscles, when we talk about the red muscles, so they are innervated with slow acting thin nerve fibers. Clear, student? So these are provided with slow acting thin nerve fibers, whereas the white muscles, they are provided with what? These are innervated with by the thick fast acting nerve fibers. Clear? So these were the basic differences, student, between the red muscle fiber and the white muscle fiber. One example I have given, the extensor muscle of the back. Clear? And in case of white muscles, the muscles of the eyeball. Clear, student? So you can rotate it very fast. Clear? Because it has the fast acting nerve fibers. Clear, student? So I hope that you are now able to understand the differences between the red muscle fiber and the white muscle fiber. Clear, student? So now we have one more topic related to the muscles, that is the disorders of the muscles. Clear, student? So first you have a look of the differences. Clear? So now let's discuss or continue the lecture on the you can say disorders related to the muscle fibers. Clear, students? So let's continue the next topic, student, that is the disorders of the muscles. Clear? So related to the muscular system, I am not talking about the skeletal system, I am talking about the muscular system. So there are many disorders, but let me discuss the first which are given in your syllabus. Clear, student? So the first disorder related to the muscle is the myasthenia gravis. Clear? Myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune disorder, my dear students. Clear? It is due to the disturbances in the metabolic activity inside the body. Clear? So due to disturbed metabolic activity, what happens, student? You can say the neuromuscular junction, it is badly affected. I have already taught you that is the point where nerve ending joins with the muscles. Clear? So this area is badly affected. Clear? So these muscles cannot get the signal. Clear? And thus this cannot work properly, and thus this condition leads to the weakening of the skeletal muscles that results in the paralysis. Clear? Skeletal muscles, they are paralyzed. Clear, student? So this is purely related to the neuromuscular junction. Clear, student? Now the second one is the muscular dystrophy. So muscular dystrophy, again it's a muscle disorder, but it is genetic one. So board examination or competitive examination में student this question is often asked. So you have to be specific. So muscular dystrophy is a genetic disorder. It is due to the defect in the gene. Clear? What happens in this case? Due to defective genes, a time interval comes when the skeletal muscles are degenerated. Clear? So progressive degeneration of the skeletal muscle. This condition is known as muscular dystrophy. Clear? Now when we talk about the tetany, the next is the tetany. Again it's a muscular disorder. Clear? It is because of the low calcium level in the body fluid. When the body fluid has a very low concentration of the calcium, and due to many reasons, due to diarrhea, dysentery, clear, or maybe due to another reason, low calcium diet, clear. So this results in the rapid spasm, clear, and this condition is known as what? Tetany. Clear, student? So you have to be specific. Tetany is only because of the low calcium level in the blood. Clear? I have written here. So it refers to the continued state of contraction or wild contraction of muscle due to low calcium. Clear, student? So these three disorders are related to the muscles. Clear? So when I will teach you the skeletal system, then I will explain you about the other disorders related to the skeletal system. Which are the other disorders, students? Other disorders: arthritis, clear? Arthritis, gout, osteoporosis, clear? And a few more are there, जैसे you can say slipped disc, bursitis, clear, dislocation. So these are the common disorders, student, which are related to the skeletal system. Clear? So let me discuss the skeletal system first. After that I will explain the disorders related to the skeletal system. Clear, students? Till then you watch this video. Clear? Enjoy this video, which is based on the disorder related to the muscles and skeletal system.
Disorders of muscular and skeletal system. 1. Arthritis. It comes from Greek word arthro, means joint, itis means inflammation. Plural, arthritis. It is a form of joint disorder that involves inflammation of one or more joints. There are 100 different forms of arthritis. The most common form, osteoarthritis, degenerative joint disease, is a result of trauma to that joint, infection of the joint, or age. Other arthritis forms are rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, septic arthritis, etc. The major complaint by individuals who have arthritis is joint pain. Pain is constant and may be localized to the joint affected. The pain from arthritis is due to inflammation that occurs around the joint, damage to the joint from disease, daily wear and tear of joint, muscle strains caused by forceful movements against stiff, painful joints, and fatigue. 2. Gout. It is caused by deposition of uric acid crystals in the joint, causing inflammation. In early stages, gouty arthritis occurs in one joint, but with time, it can occur in many joints and be quite crippling. The joints in gout can become swollen and lose function. Once it is attacked, it remains for hours. The main locations are great toe, ankles, knees, and elbows. 3. Myasthenia gravis, muscle weakness. It is an autoimmune neuromuscular disease leading to fluctuating muscle weakness and fatigability. Symptoms. The first noticeable symptom is a weakness of eye muscles. In other cases, difficulty in swallowing and slurred speech may be the first signs. 4. Muscular dystrophy. It is a group of muscle diseases that weakens the musculoskeletal system and hampers locomotion. Muscular dystrophies are characterized by progressive skeletal muscle cells and tissues. It is mostly due to genetic disorder. 5. Tetany. It is involuntary contraction of muscles which may be caused by disease or other conditions that increase the action potential frequency. The usual cause of tetany is lack of calcium. Tetany is a symptom characterized by muscle cramps and spasms. These repetitive actions of muscles happen when muscle contracts uncontrollably. It may occur in any muscle in body. The muscle cramping is long-lasting and painful. 6. Osteoporosis. Porous bone. It is a disease of bone that leads to an increased risk of fracture. The bone mineral density is reduced. Osteoporosis itself has no symptoms. Bone mass decreases after 35 years of age and occurs more rapidly in women after menopause. Risk factors include lack of exercise, lack of calcium and vitamin D, family history, etc.
Thank you very much for watching this video very nicely. Student, next video में I will come with another topic related to this chapter, that is the skeletal system. Thank you very much.